Hi, my name is Alex. I'm a quality assurance engineer at NGRAIN. I'd like to show you how to get started with the NGRAIN Constructor SDK by using the sample code snippet app that's included with Constructor. The sample code snippet app can be seen here. It's a sandbox for you to try the many features in Constructor and to help you get acquainted with our API. All of the features in this app are described in detail in the developer guide that is also included with Constructor. Now let's dive into the code. There are 4 things you need to do to get started. Instantiate a client, instantiate a viewport, instantiate a camera, and add some geometry to view. The client is the root object in the constructor hierarchy, which represents the overall 3D system. Any constructor application will have at least one client. A client is used to create, manage, and delete viewports as well as to initialize the display environment. To instantiate a client, create a device driver and then determine the highest XY resolution needed for the device driver. This is very simple because Constructor has a CPU-based engine. Next, we instantiate a viewport. A viewport is a 2-dimensional rectangle into which a 3-dimensional scene is rendered. To instantiate a viewport, associate the viewport with the client. Determine the maximum XY resolution of the viewport, and then assign an RGB color to the viewport background. To instantiate an orthographic camera, associate the camera with the viewport, and then set the camera's position, orientation, and look at. An NGRAIN scene is an object that describes a 3D world and is composed of multiple V-spaces and V-pixel cubes. A V-space contains voxel geometry for one part, including colors and normals. A V-pixel cube contains a pointer to a V-space, matrix transformation, material settings such as ambient, diffuse, specular, and clipping settings for cross-section. Multiple V-pixel cubes can point to the same V-space, resulting in geometry instancing. V-spaces and V-pixel cubes can be created on the fly, and or loaded into the core development module via a 3KO or NGW file. Now we can add some geometry to view. I'll load a sample 3KO file that's included with Constructor. And here's how to render the scene. Thanks for watching. For more information about Constructor, watch the other NGRAIN Constructor tutorials.